So the primary mission right now is to sit there and make this community a better place. Over the last few years, Youngstown, Warren area has fallen on some pretty hard times, and between me, my wife, and a lot of people that work with us, we want to sit there and try to make this community better one day at a time.
When we came to get the turkey dinners and I saw how many we loaded into the back of a box truck and how happy I thought that would make families, got a little teared up with my friend Joan over on the side of the truck. It was a good feeling, what he was helping us to do.
There's a lot of people around here in need, so if we can help them, that's what we try to do.
One of the things that we take great pride in right now is when we first started this, it was a very small organization, and throughout the entire years, as we've continued to help more and more people in the Valley, we've also had more and more people that want to get involved with us. And looking at it from this way is kind of like a pay it forward type ordeal. I remember when we very first started this, I think one of the very first things that we were able to do was we fed 20 families on Thanksgiving, we fed another 20 families on Christmas. Now, we sit there and this past year we fed close to 147 families on Thanksgiving, close to 1,300 people, which has been an amazing contribute to what we've done, been able to accomplish and grow as we're moving forward.
It was so meaningful to be able to provide Thanksgiving dinners for the families of the Liberty Local School District. I work with these kids and these families on a day-to-day basis, and a lot of our families come from a low socioeconomic status background and at times, need help getting food. So being able to have the supplies given to us by the Steel City Warriors was a phenomenal experience.
Several years ago, one time while we were attending my mom's church, there was a lady there by the name of Allison Glass, and she still to this day probably doesn't know this, was a principal at one of the local schools, and she came in and she talked about how her school was 95% below poverty. And I'll never forget, I walked out of there that day and I kind of hit the ground running.
I think that it has kind of restored my faith in humanity.
It makes the holidays for some of these people. They get things that they wouldn't be able to get on their own.